Hey guys, it's Rachel. Welcome back to my channel. And as you can see from the title of the video below, I'm going to be talking about Nintendo Lite. Now, I'm just going to be getting into the video about how whether you should or should not buy the Lite or it's worth the money. I'm just going to be listing out the facts about it and what we know so far and if it's worth the grab. Me personally, I've been playing on my Nintendo Switch, the original one that came out in 2017, and I have no complaints about this one except for the battery life. So I'm gonna get into the Nintendo Lite and then the new Switch is gonna come out. So let's get started. So I got this three and a half months ago for my birthday, and let me tell you, I have no complaints about her. You hear me? No complaints. So when I heard they were coming with a Lite version, I was like, for what? What's the difference? So the Nintendo Lite is gonna come out in September of this year, 2019. And it's gonna be a new cute compact version of the Switch. So you see how like this is big, it's just lighter, so it's like lightweight, it's more compact so you can hold it, more handheld and lightweight, which is why it's called Nintendo Lite. And there's some pros and cons to it. Let me get into it. So for one, the pros are it's lightweight, it's more portable handheld, because I admit sometimes holding this all day can get a little heavy. But you can also dock it onto a TV so you don't have to hold this heavy thing all the time and play it on the controller. With the Lite, I heard it's not going to have those features, sadly. Instead, it'll be more handheld and you can't dock it onto the TV. And even if you want to try to fit into like your Switch dock, it won't fit on there because it's smaller and it's like less. Does that make sense? So the Nintendo Lite won't have these fun, because you see how like the Switch has like the Joy-Cons you can pull in and out? Yeah, for the Lite, it stays on, so it won't come off. So like you can't have the removable Joy-Cons coming off and on. So that's a con, because if you want to play on the remote, you can't. And also you can't even play on the TV. So one of the joys I like about my Switch is if I want to play Breath of the Wild or Super Smash Bros., I can literally hook it up to my TV and play it if I want to. And then have my friends or my family play with me. With the Lite, you can't do that. You can't play with multiple people. It's really yourself. So if you're a solo player and you just like to have it in your hands all the time, I guess the Lite is for you. But if you like being able to have the option to play on TV and hold it at the same time, and remove the Joy-Cons, because sometimes there's also complaint that these Joy-Cons like stop working after a couple months. This hasn't been the case for me. I've had my Switch for about 4 months and my Joy-Cons have been luckily been great. Never had to replace them so far, but it's like an ongoing battle between Nintendo and like consumers that like they're like suing because these Joy-Cons are getting more expensive. They're like, yeah, they're about $80 to replace. So if you mess up your remote controller and you want a new one, $80. And depending on how many you have, it can cost up anywhere between $300 to $500 if you're trying to replace each pair or whatever. So that's something. Also with the Nintendo Lite, you can't play certain motion control games. For example, in Breath of the Wild, there's certain parts of the game where you can literally like move your Switch from side to side to like do certain things. With the Lite, you can't. And then in Super Mario Odyssey, there's certain functions where like you need like the motion sensor and you can't do that. Or with Elder Scrolls, there's certain functions you can't use with the Lite in terms of the motion sensor. So if that doesn't bother you using the motion sensor, that's fine, but it does take away a little bit of the gaming experience in my opinion. I mean, not too much to where like it's like frustrating, throw the game on the ground, I can't play it, but like certain things that like you just can't do it. So that's disappointing. But the battery life in this one is about 3 to 7 hours in the Nintendo Lite, and oh my god, the battery life on here is pretty short. I think after like 3.5 hours, maybe 4, like most likely 3, because for me after like 3.5 hours I noticed that my battery's about to die, so I always have to charge it. So like if they can find a way to fix the battery, that'd be really good. Yeah, but for Nintendo Lite, it costs less than the Switch. So if I guess you're just starting out with the Switch and you don't want to play with people you like playing solo, the Nintendo Lite's for you because it'll be affordable. You get to play solo, and you don't have to worry about replacing your Joy-Cons, I guess, every now and then. But if you're like me, you like to play video games and like you're heavy into it, it may be a problem for you. I mean, the price is nothing to like laugh at. It's a good price, but like for not being able to get, you know, new Joy-Cons if you need to, and certain features of a game not being able to play on TV, that would bother me personally, because I like playing on the TV sometimes, and with the Lite you can't do that. So I mean it's good for like to go, I guess, on the go. That's what the Lite is for, on the go. You can take it with you, but unless there's a way to transfer the games on your Switch to your Lite, so if you want to go somewhere far away, you don't have your charger with you, you can transfer it. But Nintendo has this weird thing with, if you buy a game on your Switch, you can't like move it to another Switch or transfer it without it being a hassle, which I think they need to fix. Because I bought Final Fantasy VII, I bought Origami on here, and I also bought Sonic Mania on my Switch. And the rest of my games like Smash Brothers and Dragon Ball Z and Final Fantasy X, I bought like the physical copy, so I can literally, you know, play on any Switch. But if I'm trying to get a new Switch and I can't transfer the game, it's gonna be a huge turnoff for me, because I'm like, I'm not gonna spend money again. It's exhausting. So they have the Nintendo Lite coming out, and then they're gonna have the new Switch out, which I think it'll come out, I'm not sure, don't quote me. If not, probably next year. Don't quote me, I have no idea. But they're coming out with the new Switch, and that one is supposed to have a longer battery life, which is good, because like I said, with the Switch right here, after 3.5 hours, maybe 4, like it's like dead, and I have to charge it. And then with the Nintendo Lite, I think the hour is like, the battery life is about maybe an hour or two longer. But with the new Switch, that one, the battery life can last up to 4.5 to 9 hours. So that'll be good. Outside of the hours, the battery life, I don't think the new Switch has anything new to offer. It still has the same functions as the original Switch. It still has the Joy-Cons. You can take it off and on if you choose to. The games are still the same, thank God. If anything, they'll probably come out with newer games for the Switch, but you could still probably play on all three. It's just, do you want a handheld one you can take on the go with you? You want to keep the original one if you don't have any problem with it, charging it every few hours? Or you want to take the new Switch where you can play for a longer amount of time because of the battery life, and etc, etc. So it really depends on you. But for me, I think I'm gonna keep my Switch. There's nothing wrong with it. I haven't had any issues. I never had to replace my Joy-Con. I can play games, I can watch Hulu, I can go on YouTube, and I can record. Some things I would improve for the Switch. I would improve the screen recording. Because you know on PS4 and Xbox you can record yourself playing the game. On PS4 you can record yourself up to an hour and then edit it yourself and upload it to YouTube. With the Xbox as well you can do that. But with the Switch you can only record yourself for like 30 seconds. And then if you want to keep recording yourself, if you want to keep screen recording, you have to repress the button every 30 seconds to get like a full scene in. That's the part I don't like. And then it'll let you upload it to Twitter and stuff, but in terms of like long videos for YouTube, and if you're like a gamer, you like to film yourself playing games and doing walkthroughs, it makes it really hard. So I hope they fix this issue, maybe in the future Switch, or maybe just like an add-on feature, because I like to screen record myself playing games, but I can't do like a full walkthrough, and the hassle of pressing the screen record button every 30 seconds is really annoying. So, and it's limited because you can only put it on like Twitter and stuff. So yeah, so I wish they would fix that function for sure. I'm not having complaints about my Switch. I just want a better screen recording quality. That way I can compete with like the PS4. I don't have to compete with the PS4, but like I want to be able to screen record on my Switch for a longer amount of time, so I can do sufficiently long walkthroughs. Because I play Dragon Ball Z, I play Final Fantasy X, I play Origami, I play Super Mario Kart, I play Breath of the Wild, I play Sonic Mania. There's so many new games that are coming out. Final Fantasy VIII is going to come out, and then Final Fantasy XII, the Zodiac Age is out. There's so many games that are coming out, and it would be really great if Nintendo could provide a longer screen recording service. Not service, but like an easier time for gamers who like to play and share themselves playing the game. A longer experience. So that's my only complaints about the game. But yeah, like I said, the Nintendo Lite, I personally wouldn't be buying it because I like being able to play on my TV. I like to be able to take out my Joy-Con and play on the remote if I choose to. And I'd like to play with people. That's the drawback. You can't play with friends or have like a game night and your friends all play together on the Switch because you can't participate. You're literally just by yourself playing your thing. So if you are a solo player, you like playing by yourself, the Lite may be for you, and it's cheaper, and the battery life is a tad bit longer than the original Switch, so you should be okay if you don't mind it. If you're like me and you buy your Switch, the original one, and you have no complaints about it except the battery life, you may want to upgrade to the new Switch. Like I said, for me, the battery life isn't that dramatic for me to want to like switch and buy another Switch just for battery life. I could literally just charge it. It's not like a big deal. It's not that dramatic for me. I just want them to fix the screen recording. I want them to create a longer screen recording instead of 30 seconds so I can upload it to YouTube and make longer walkthroughs. Unless it's like because it's too small, unlike a PS4 and a Xbox, which is a bigger console, you can literally screen record and there's enough space on there. So yeah, hopefully. But other than that, yeah, that's my thoughts on the Nintendo Lite. Let me know in the comments below if you're going to be playing, if you're going to be purchasing a Nintendo Lite, or maybe it's something you can get your kids or your niece or your nephew, or maybe you just want to play it yourself because you like playing solo. Yeah, and that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching if you got to the end. I upload every Thursday and Sunday on my channel. You can follow me on my social medias on Twitter and Instagram. I really post all my gaming content on there. So yeah, thanks for watching, and make sure to play a video game, and I'll see you next time.